Hey everyone, today we have a strategy that uses two indicators, the stochastic indicator and zigzag. Guys, this strategy is really interesting, and most importantly, it's very profitable. Why? Let me show you in this video. So let's get started. Alright guys, here we have our first setup, and it's going to be for an upward move. Let's break down the strategy. It's really interesting. As you can see, the zigzag is currently moving up, right here, and that's our first signal that we can make a call for an upward trade, relying on the fact that we have a green line right now. The stochastic is above, meaning it has crossed the red line, and that's our second signal. So, we can make an upward trade. For example, let's look at a downward trade. Here we have a downward movement, meaning the zigzag is going down, and I would call this a crossover right here. So when the red line is above, that's two signals for us, which could mean a downward trade. Basically, the strategy is pretty simple. Look at where the zigzag is going, up or down, and where the lines of the stochastic are. If the zigzag is going up and the green stochastic line is on top, you open an upward trade. If the zigzag is going down and the red stochastic line is on top, then open a downward trade. It's all very simple and easy. The strategy is incredibly simple, and let's set up the market for 60 seconds with Japanese candlesticks, 1 minute each. You can also use 1-minute candles for trades. They are safer, but there are fewer entry points. With 30-second candles, it is less safe, but you get more entry points. So guys, we have a second situation here, also for an upward trade. As you can see, we recently had a crossover where the green stochastic line went above the red one and stretched upward. 3 survive, but still, it changes, it's going up. That's the second signal for an upward move. Guys, as I told you last time, the general settings are rarely changed, but you can find the same settings for these two indicators, and it's actually very simple. You can find them in our Telegram channel after the video is released. I'll post them there. Here, you can find not only the settings for the strategies, but also a lot of other useful stuff. This is the aquarium of trading pairs, news from the world, trading, and so on and so forth. The link to the Columbus terminal is in the description below the video, or you can find it in the profile header of our YouTube channel. And guys, a lot of you are saying you can't find the strategy settings. God, I've already said this before and I'll say it again. If you can't find the strategy settings, just go ahead and send us a quick direct message, and we'll be more than happy to send you the exact settings for the strategy you're currently searching for, because we have a massive amount of new content being published every single day. And the settings for a strategy can easily get lost in the middle of all that. So guys, if you can't find the articles, don't leave comments, just send us a direct message on our Telegram channel. So as you can see, we have an apartment here, but anyway, just click and send us a direct message. We'll send you the settings for the strategies you want. Now guys, let's look at a situation for a downward trend. As you can see, there's no zigzag. This is the first signal coming from this. Does this mean we can open a trade for a downward move? The second thing is that what wasn't at the intersection with the red line is now above the green one. So here we have the second signal on the 5-minute chart. For a downward move, guys, here's a really interesting tip for you, a life hack for this strategy: how many total signals there actually are. The final one is still out at the junction, 2 to 4 candles after the 100 stochastic line crosses. So if you see this on a currency pair, if there was a recent crossover and it hasn't been 2 or 4 candles yet, then you can really open a trade. But if you saw the crossover and more than 4 candles have passed, then the signal's no longer valid. Don't open a trade here. You'll only end up losing money on it. That's a really interesting fact about this strategy, guys. Remember this, and don't forget it. And by the way, our third trade just closed successfully in profit. So here's our next situation. This one's for an upward move. As you can see, right now the zigzag line is pointing upward, and we just had a crossover. The green stochastic line is currently above the red one. So the setup is for an upward trade. Guys, let's talk right away about situations when you shouldn't trade using this strategy. Here's an example, and I noticed it right away. As you can see, our stochastic lines are just tangled together. And when you see this, just skip this currency pair, because you won't be able to make any profit here, and you'll just end up taking losses, since there are no clear signals. It's just a mess of signals here. And the second situation is when the zigzag lines haven't appeared yet. I can't show you that right now, but as soon as this candle closes, I'll show you. Once this candle closes, I'll get up and we'll find the situation. For example, guys, you see right now, our indicator is moving up, but the price is staying put. And neither the sell signal nor the stochastic is working. It's just hanging down and not following the price movement at all. So in this kind of situation, you should also skip it, because you won't be able to make any profit here either. You'll just rack up losses. By the way, I wasn't even worried while I was telling you all this. So if you can't trade with the line, you can still trade. Right now, in this situation, when the line has appeared, you can already trade on this currency pair. Before this, when there was no line, you couldn't trade on this currency pair. So here's our last trade for today, and it's an upward one. As you can see, the zigzag line is currently pointing upward, and we recently had a crossover. The green line of the stochastic is now above the red one, and that's 1270 for us. This means we can open an upward trade, so let's just watch the sights and the trades. And our last trade for today closes successfully in the plus, so guys, and that's all for now. As you may have noticed, this strategy is very interesting, and most importantly, it's very profitable. If there are any downsides, it's that there aren't that many setups on the market, but if you find them, then 85% or even more. Other time, your trade will close in profit. Don't forget about our Telegram channel. You'll find the settings for these two indicators for the strategy here after this video is released. If you can't find it published here, send us a direct message and we'll definitely send it to you. That's it for now, guys. Leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Telegram channel. Leave your comments. What do you think about this strategy? Was it interesting to you? That's all, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.